would give to your younger self?
To my younger self, I would tell her to speak up for herself, tell her truth, not be so shy, and break out free. Just do. I held myself back. I had many great ideas and I didn't listen to my intuition. I would encourage my younger self to believe in herself, listen to her intuition and do what her intuition is telling her to do, because given her making, her intuition is already telling her to do the safest thing, so it's not like the craziest thing out there. So not to follow what society wants or what looks good in society, but to deeply follow her intuition, which is a mixture of education, her ancestral values. I grew up in a village in Cameroon, so all of those things, and see the power in that it has power, real value, and not cast it aside. Oh no, this is not important. Or no, let's not talk about that. And because that is where, as we're talking about power, you sit in your power and you can bring the best to others and to yourself. Yeah.
So maybe like a quick parenting advice for me. How can you project yourself when it comes to your kids? And I'll give you my specific example. I was really into video games. My friends and I were really good at it, like in the sense of we could build computer, we could connect them together, we could do the whole thing before the end. We were really good. And the thing that our parents told us for a very long time and all the time is stop messing around with this. You can't make a living out of that. And you know how I feel now that I realize that this industry is like worth billions of billions and people get paid for like playing video game and in my head. But I could see it from our parents' point of view. This is so far away from their reality that they can't even comprehend it. And sometimes I project myself with my kids and I'm like, I have no clue. Maybe tomorrow they will come up and tell me, hey, I'm having a family of ants that I'm, training to lift weights, like something crazy like that. How? How do I go to this point? Like, hey, son, go back to school, finish your homework, or like, hey, go hard in it, explore.
But what I would say is that we have to. There are things we have to give our kids, like structure, a work ethic, things like that. Like really, that if you want something, you have to go and get. You have to work for it, and also self-esteem, tools to manage your emotions. I think there are like some basic strong values and ethics you can give your children. But I would say for what they would become, it's not for us to decide as parents. What we can do is to expose them to as many different things as possible and see what sticks. It's like, as they say in English, throw spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks at the wall. So then you will see that there are some things that they like, and then you can, encourage them or try to see, because I think the world of tomorrow is not as predictable. Even the world of today is not as predictable as in the past. Like you do your degree, I'm sure you're seeing many people are changing careers. You do your degree and then you get a job, and then people now, they have 10 jobs, 10 careers, Tomorrow, maybe they will have like even 10 careers at the same time, because they'll be doing this, public speaking and this, and then they're that, and then they're a tech this, and then they're also doing their fashion designer. So it's really trying to let them see the different things that are out there. Just to give you an example, my 5-year-old, we bought a keyboard for her birthday when she turned 5. And now I put her in piano classes. Why? Because first she did this app called Simply Piano, just learning the basics of piano. After a while, we noticed that all the songs she could sing, like the Contin, like the kids songs, she could find the notes on the piano. So she would sing it, Frère Jacques, and all of a sudden, Frère Jacques. So I'm like, oh, wow, I don't play piano. I don't even know. I'm like, but how can she do this? I'm like, okay. And she's really interested. So now we are going to put her in classes, but it's like just exposing. So because she had access to the keyboard, we saw that there was something, and then she's interested. So we put her in a class. So it's like really exploring, trying in sports, in different things, because the world tomorrow will be what they call multi-potential. It will not be one single thing.
But to what extent do you believe, or that you've seen, cultural background or race having an impact in people's life and in their realities? And I think in your case, you lived on 3 different continents, Africa, Europe, and North America. So you probably also have a strong point of view.
Yeah, wow, yeah. I think, for example, my culture is a mix of different things, and I consider all those things part of me. In Cameroon already, I lived I was born in a village where I lived without electricity. Then I went to the city. So I've moved around Cameroon a lot before even leaving. Really, for me, I try to really surround myself with people who have good values, who have compassion, who I can be myself around, because at the end of the day, that's what matters. But I love my Cameroon culture a lot. But as a girl child growing up in Cameroon, there are many things that I would like us to change. And in terms of culture, I believe culture is made for the people. So if culture is not working anymore for the people, we have to make it evolve. And there's some things that we could make evolve in our culture, learning vulnerability, emotional skills. There are things that I just believe that there are some things that if we just express that, hey, what you did hurt me, and then you talk about it, it would avoid you from carrying a grudge for 20 years that many people do, So there are things that I would like us to learn about, because we don't need to suffer so much in silence because we are ashamed of showing our emotions, that actually you did this thing and it really hurt me. And then I carry that pain because I'm the one suffering. The person doesn't even know you. They hurt you. They go on, they live their life, but they don't know. And then we don't know that actually, because we were not raised together, or everybody has their way of seeing things. You have to express it. People think, oh, she should know, she shouldn't behave like that. No, she shouldn't know, because she has a different mind frame, right? So there are things I would like us to evolve. What I also want us to keep is our sense of community. It's beautiful, our sense of community is so strong, and it's also very healing.